This is CBC Winnipeg News.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Sam Sampson. Provincial public health officials urge Manitobans to get their third COVID-19 shot as soon as they're eligible, ideally before the holidays. But as CBC's Aaron Broman reports, people are finding super sites and pharmacies are booked up until mid-January.
It's a chilly wait outside Shoppers Drug Mart this morning, but a necessary one for many wanting their third dose.
I've been here since 8:30 this morning. This gentleman has been waiting since 8 o'clock this morning.
Some more comfortable than others, happier to be a walk-in than book online at a super site.
You can get the dose here. I'm 100th in line at a couple of places I phoned around. They put me in line, and there's no guarantee. They're telling me all the Pfizer bookings are booked up. So,
very excited to get it today, so I can actually get out and do things.
Though there is room for improvement here.
So you shouldn't have to be waiting, and I'm surprised that they haven't opened the doors a little bit sooner.
Ontario and Saskatchewan have shortened the interval between second and third doses from 6 to 3 months. The threat of Omicron looms large in Manitoba too, with projections showing a possible 1,000 COVID cases a day in January.
Our healthcare system is already on the brink. We know that our intensive care units, where we see the sickest of the sick patients, are full. And I'm sure we are just days away from having to send patients out of province.
At a press conference Thursday, Dr. Joss Reimer says it's a difficult balance, but nothing's changing yet.
The booster works its best if you wait 6 to 8 months after your second dose. But we also know that when the holidays are coming up, and with Omicron already here in the province, speed at getting that boost as soon as possible is also important.
Seniors over 60 and adults on First Nations can wait 5 months between doses, but everyone else should wait the full 6 months.
If at some point the risk becomes great enough that faster benefit is greater than the benefit of waiting and getting the long-term protection, then we'll also change our recommendations here.
She says the plan is to extend clinic hours and get to every neighborhood to get more people vaccinated. And she urges everyone to go as soon as they're eligible. That's what Ava Halpin did.
Yes, because I would like to get together with my family over Christmas and some friends over Christmas. So, yeah.
And that is worth the wait. Aaron Broman, CBC News, Winnipeg.
Today's COVID-19 numbers include 2 more people who have died from the disease. There are 218 new cases, the highest daily count in 6 months. The 7-day average daily case count in Manitoba is now 181. That's another high for this fourth wave. There are 139 people hospitalized with COVID-19 in Manitoba, 33 of which are in intensive care units. That's a drop of 1 person from yesterday. Among those hospitalized, 61% are unvaccinated and 34% are fully vaccinated. The 5-day test positivity rate in Manitoba is 6.6%. That is up from 6.2 yesterday. Now, as you remember, last year, strict lockdowns kept families apart over the holidays. Now, vaccines gave hope that this year could be different, but warnings of the new Omicron variant are putting a damper on plans. The CBC's Holly Carrick reports.
Yesterday, the province's top doctor urged Manitobans to rethink their holiday gathering plans. But none of the rules on gatherings have changed, so will people change their plans?
Not really. I didn't have too much that I was doing. Honestly, just kind of staying at home with the family.
Everybody that I've talked to is just doing immediate family.
Small and close and only for the vaxxed.
You think other people will keep it small, or?
Well, if they're smart, they should. Just the way things are happening. I don't want another shutdown.
Oh, they're recommending against it, but then they're not actually putting any restrictions on anything. So, I don't know. I feel like it's up to the regular people just to be smart about things.
This expert in infectious diseases says many Manitobans have been making good decisions, but more can be done.
We have to continue to make those good decisions. I don't think we necessarily have to ask people to do things very different from what they've already been doing. I think it's the reinforcement that, listen, we've been able to somewhat control Delta in Manitoba compared to other provinces. can we now keep doing those things, but can we add on, additional, factors like rapid testing and increasing masking?
So far in Manitoba, rapid testing hasn't been widely used. The bulk of the tests have been prioritized for schools and businesses. As of November, there were about 1 million on hand. Other provinces are making rapid tests widely available. In Nova Scotia, you can pick one up at the library. In Saskatchewan, you can grab one at the local co-op with your gas and a scratch ticket. Ontario started offering free rapid tests today at places like malls and libraries and even some liquor stores.
Thank you.
Some Manitobans would like to see them offered here.
I really think they should. I mean, from what I've heard, they're holding on to a bunch of the rapid tests, so it's like we're stockpiling them, but for what reason?
The rapid tests definitely would just give that ease of mind to a lot of people.
So far, Manitoba's top doctor says there's no immediate plans to change public health restrictions, and the province is looking at how to best use rapid tests. Holly Carrick, CBC News, Winnipeg.
Some of those Manitobans who are hoping family gatherings can happen, they want those to be in different provinces and countries, but travel advisories are forcing some to take a second look at their trips. The federal government announced yesterday they're advising against non-essential international travel. Now that directly affects Randy Way. The Winnipegger and his wife are going to Mexico to see family soon. Way considers this necessary travel for the two of them since they're marking 9 years since his mother-in-law died. He says he understands the risks, but this trip is worth it.
It's an advisory. It doesn't recommend unnecessary travel, but for both of our mental health and our well-being, it's an important event, and we'll have to manage the risk. I think pretty much in a connected world, you're at risk just about anywhere on the planet, and we'll take the proper precautions to keep ourselves and each other safe.
Over the past few days, Canadian public health officials have also advised against non-essential domestic travel. Different provinces are bringing in new measures to try and slow the spread of Omicron. Manitoba, however, has not made any new announcements on regulations. Stay tuned, stay with us. CBC weather specialist Holly Bernier will have a 7-day forecast after the break.
This weather update is brought to you by Capital Ford Lincoln, your winter headquarters destination.
Well, the snows and the winds are finally tapering down as we get into the overnight period tonight, except, of course, for Churchill, because we still do have some strong winds there tonight, but at least your blizzard has finally come to an end. Right now, you can see some clearing skies over to the western portion of the province. It's going to continue through the evening until those clouds come rolling back in as we get into early tomorrow morning. We're not going to see too many flakes if we do at all. That cloud will breeze out. We'll get some more clear skies for a spell as we get into Saturday and eventually into Sunday. And then that cloud cover comes right back in. But we'll have some mild temperatures on Sunday. I'll show you that in a second. In Winnipeg tonight, minus 22, that wind chill feeling like minus 30 tonight. And those winds out of the northwest, 10 gusting to 20 kilometers an hour. So relatively light. They'll be even lighter tomorrow morning at just 10 kilometers an hour. We start the day with minus 20 with a mix of sun and cloud. And by the afternoon, a high of minus 15, cloudy skies, and those winds still fairly light out of the north. For the next few days, we can see that mild temperature I was speaking of over for Sunday. But let's start with Friday, minus 15, a chance of flurries overnight. Saturday, a mix of sun and cloud, high of minus 17. And there's that minus 8 on the board with some cloud cover for Sunday. Monday, back to the sun sunshine and then back to the colder temperatures, a high of -18.
Ooh, I felt it today. You probably did too. That's your news in 10 minutes. Thanks for being with us tonight. We'll see you tomorrow.